Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, there has been a persistent myth that the pandemic doesn't affect children. Nothing could be farther from the truth. 1 year into the pandemic, we do know that children are infected as well as affected by the consequences of the pandemic. And in fact, we believe that now you're just seeing the tip of the COVID iceberg. Children and young people constitute about 1 in 9 of those infected by COVID-19. And the long-term effects of the pandemic are now becoming more and more evident. The future of our entire generation is at risk. There are many more hidden impacts, such as loss of future employment, like rising poverty, like increased violence in both society and family, and also lower levels of education among the young population that are growing up right now. As UNICEF, we do believe that COVID-19 is a children's crisis because of those hidden and unspoken consequences for children and the long-term effects of the pandemic. Today, on World Children's Day, we are calling on governments, politicians, and people in general to act according to a 6-point program. The first point is ensure that all children continue to learn and act on the digital device for children. Many children are not able to learn because they have to do online learning, and many children, especially here in Ukraine, cannot access e-learning. Secondly, we need to ensure that children have access to good nutrition and to health, and that they continue getting vaccinations. Thirdly, we know that many young people suffer and have mental and psychological problems due to the pandemic, and we need to act on that. We need to provide counseling and support for young people and children suffering in these very challenging times. Number 4, we need to ensure that all children have access to water, to sanitation, and that they are protected against environmental degradation. Number 5, we need to act on the rising poverty among children. And finally, we need to protect children who live in conflict areas or in disaster areas and make sure that they have a safe environment. And to do all this, we must ensure that decision makers actually listen to children and young people, involve them in decisions that affect them. This is a challenge, but it is a challenge we must rise up to. We need to make this a better place for children.